Ladies and gentlemen, Santa Claus has come early AF this year, and not only is he going to be building and benchmarking this baller gaming PC, but we're also going to be giving it away. Let's have a look. Today's video is sponsored by ICMMO.com, which is kindly hooking you guys up with not just an activated version of Windows 10 and removing that nasty watermark, but they're also giving you guys an exclusive AF 35% discount code if you use ZAH35. Buying keys are super simple. Just head on down to the links in the description. Once you add that Windows 10 key to your cart, make sure you use the discount code ZAH35, and that'll drop the price down to less than 10 bucks. There's a ton of different ways to pay, including PayPal, and after buying, you'll be able to extract your key. From there, simply press the start button on your desktop, type in activation, paste in your key, and boom, Windows 10 is now activated and you're good to go. Head on down to the links in the description, and big thanks again to ICMMO.com for sponsoring today's video. So this is what Santa has built, and I'm not gonna lie, Santa's actually a baller because this build is straight up fire. Now I know you're all curious on how exactly you can enter the giveaway for this PC, and if you haven't went straight down to the description yet, I'm gonna explain it here really soon. I do wanna go over this entire parts list just real quickly, but before we do that, it's super important to explain that Teamgroup sent almost every single part for this build, and we need to give a humongous shout out to them for making this giveaway possible. They actually contacted me a couple of weeks ago and said, hey, if we send you the parts for an entire gaming PC, can you make a video on it by December 1st to give away for your viewers? Obviously, I was like, yeah, sign me up. Your boy only had to pay for the cable extensions and up here RGB fans. You know I can't possibly build a PC without making sure the aesthetics are completely dialed in. But yeah, let's go over this parts list and then we'll talk about this giveaway. Because Teamgroup did indeed select all of the parts, I'm not gonna go over why I chose them, obviously, like I normally do for my other build guide videos, and I'm just gonna rattle them off so we know what we're working with, and then afterwards, of course, we'll benchmark it. Starting with the CPU, this is the Ryzen 7 5800X that's packing 8 cores and 16 threads with a boost clock of up to 4.7 gigahertz right out of the box. It's plugged into the ASRock X570 PG Velocita motherboard. For RAM, Teamgroup kindly sent out their very own T-Force Extreme 2x8 GB DDR4 kit that's clocked at 5066 megahertz, and to be completely honest with you, I had zero clue that DDR4 RAM speeds could even get this high. I thought it was DDR5 for a second. This is truly for those hardcore enthusiasts and overclockers out there, and this is probably some of the best RAM that you can get for DDR4 these days. Teamgroup also sent out their SSD, and this is the 1TB Cardia 0Z440 NVMe drive rocking read-to-write speeds of 5000 over 4400, which is objectively blazing fast. It's also got an ultra-thin, less than 1mm heatsink, so you can install it right under a motherboard's armor plate like I did, and this graphene heatsink has 9% heat dissipation as well. For the case, this is the Be Quiet Pure Base 500DX. I've actually used this multiple times before, and I love how there's built-in RGBs with the 2 strips up at the front and up here at the top as well, and setting those to just white to illuminate the build looks so clean in my opinion. For the power supply, we got the Cooler Master V850 Gold V2, and Cooler Master also sent out their ML240p AIO, but real quickly, I need to rant a bit about this one. Now, I know they sent it over for free and I should be super grateful and everything, but this was honestly one of the worst installation experiences that I've had with an AIO before. Not only was it physically difficult to build with it, but the organization of the hardware was just completely non-existent. Not only were there like 4 or 5 different hardware bags that weren't labeled at all, like Intel, AMD or anything, but in order for me, I'm completely eating my mustache here. In order for me to completely build this, I had to open up every single hardware bag just to build it, and it's just like, why would they do this? Like, why wouldn't you just label it And like I said, the installation process was just not easy, especially while wearing Santa gloves. Rant aside though, I'm definitely happy they sent out a beefy AIO to cool the 5800X, but I'm personally just not a fan of this one, and you won't be seeing me build with it ever again. And moving on here to the last part, we have the GPU obviously, and this is the Zotac RTX 3060 Twin Edge, and another huge shout out to Teamgroup for making this build possible. They actually spent $800 on Amazon Prime so they could ship this GPU to me as soon as possible to make this video. They paid way too much money for this graphics card, but they did it for you guys so we have a PC to give away. You also may have noticed that during the PC building montage, I actually installed an EVGA RTX 3060. I legitimately got some 3060s here in the studio interchanged by accident, so just disregard that. The one we're using here today is indeed the Zotac model. And here's what the final parts list is looking like, and as you can see, this comes out to a pretty hefty $2,200 build, and this is easily going to be the most expensive giveaway PC that I've ever ran on my channel before. You guys are witnessing history right now. So what do you have to do to enter for this PC? It's actually pretty simple, but it would be disrespectful of me not to put it through a proper benchmarking run, and then we'll talk about its new home. We aren't actually going to go through every game like we normally do. I had Sam whip up a quick 10-game benchmarking run, and here are the results. As you can see, this PC build can destroy some 1080p gaming without any problems at all, and we even got the newer titles like Forza and Halo Infinite on there for you guys. If you didn't already see, I actually have dedicated benchmarking videos with budget graphics cards for those titles, by the way. But all right, it's now time to talk about the actual giveaway, and I'm sure most of you have already entered yourself in while you were watching this video. It's pretty simple. All of the information you need is right there in the description, and that top link will take you to a web page that clearly lists out the couple of steps that you'll need to take. Basically, the first step is to simply vote for your favorite Teamgroup product. The second is to watch my video, which you've already seen by now. And the third step is to complete the normal Gleam giveaway tasks that are laid out for you. Every task you do, such as following Teamgroup on Twitter and TikTok, gives you an extra entry, and as of right now, there's 15 ways to enter, so make sure you enter as many as you can. The first place prize is getting the PC that you saw Santa build here today. Here on the website, you can see the full parts list again, and the second place prize will actually get some T-Force RGB DDR5 RAM as well. And finally, here at the bottom, you'll see that if you enter your name and email address, you'll get a 5 to 10% coupon code to use on Teamgroup products on Amazon, and that's actually a super solid deal to take advantage of, especially for you PC flippers out there. And that's it, guys. Teamgroup will be the ones to notify the winner, and they have 48 hours to claim their prize. This is indeed a worldwide giveaway, so everyone can enter, and once again, we gotta give Teamgroup a huge thank you for making this possible. And then finally, if you're still trying to part together a PC for yourself instead of trying to win one from Santa, and you just can't secure a graphics card, feel free to click the video that's on the screen now, because that's my GPU buyer's guide during this GPU shortage right now, and that should definitely help you out. But just like always, I hope you enjoyed this video. This thing is really messing me up.